Okay, so my name is Diego. I'm here to present our new module in Befaco. And well, it's a BCO. No, it's difficult as a company and for me to do a presentation for a new BCO, no, and explain how exciting it is, because you can always say, well, there is already many BCOs out there. What's the point of taking to this world a new BCO? No, well. Yeah, and probably you are right. You think that probably you are right, but the idea for us, the motivation to bring a new BCO to this world was to make it like more compact, because at the end a BCO is something you put in your system. You do not touch much. No, it's something you tune. And it's already in tuning, so you don't want to touch it because you will destroy all your harmony. It's the classic module that is like set and forget, no, kind of. So from this idea is why to make it big, no? You need a thing that makes beep and make it very well. So you need nice tuning, you need a nice palette of timbre, and you need this module to use as less real estate from your case as possible, no? So we decided to make this pony, which is only 4 HP and have all the features possible in 4 HP. Like it's a 2.0 VCO. You have a wave folder on it. You have a BCA on board too. And it is also possible to use it as a BCO. So it's like a half of a complex oscillator, but only 4 HP. Well, I was talking about the folder, no? We introduced some new circuits. No, it's not a very old idea, of course. The wave folder is something that is there for many years, but we found a new design of wave folder, which is very, let's say, edgy. No, like it's really aggressive, and the timbres you get from it are really aggressive, which at the end is a subtractive synthesis. So you can always filter it, but we believe to having aggressive is harmonics at the end. So we believe having as much harmonic as possible is a good thing, because then you will filter it in some point, no? And also the VCA is there for using two, making an easy analog FM voice some way, because you have two VCAs, two 2.0 VCOs, and it's only 4 HP. When the design was almost finished, well, designs are never finished, but in some point you just give up. Yeah. But when design was almost ready to be released, we realized, and was like a thing for us, you can just take this module, because it's only 4 HP, and put it horizontal, and it will fit on a 1U row. So we decided to make an alternative panel to make it 1U. So it was like 2 modules for the price of one. We're like, wow, we can make it 1U. So in that point we decided to make it 1U2, because it's the first module we have in the 1U format, no? Which is like probably many of you know, it's like this format that is like a third of the classical Eurorack. You have the same power connector, but it's only in 1/3 of a usual module. And this is in the beginning was like terrifying as a module designer, because like a new format. When you design a panel, everything is the same but different, so you miss your comfort zone. But it was nice, because we realized when we make it that all the text can be bigger, because of course in 4 HP it's very difficult to specify exactly what each parameter do, and it's less immediate to understand what you have, because you have to use icons and you have to use like a more like smaller information, so it's more confusing. But in the 1U we discovered the same module came alive in a different way with more space, not only to play, also to read all the text and to interact with the VCO. Because I want to make a parenthesis for technical people to make a new VCO is kind of like a joke, no? Because it's one of the first modules you do when you begin to make modules, no? So it's going back to the initial and make just another version of a VCO. So it's also kind of hard for me to present here and to make a celebration of it. I don't know if you get my feelings. Okay. So yeah, we have a very powerful VCO in 4 HP in 3U, in I don't know how many HP in 1U, because in 1U everything gets bigger. And I think I should stop talking and let you listen the model, because well. Also, I'm not sure if the camera can get the oscilloscope we have here, so you can see the wave shapes as we test them. Okay, so we have a parameter we took from the Buchla tradition, the idea of this timbre parameter, no, which is not a very technical parameter, but it's more like a musical parameter where you just go up, you have more harmonics, and you go down and you have less harmonic. But as the space available is very small, we decided to have this parameter combined with the PWM of the square wave. No, the people who is already into modulars know there is this PWM parameter. It's only possible to use it when you plug the square wave, and most of the time it's like just wasting space. So we decided the folder amount and the PWM will be the same one, because you cannot have all the wave shapes at the same time. So when you have the sine wave, let's say, okay, this is a wave folder. When you have the triangle wave, it's the wave folder. But when you have the square wave, then it is a PWM. No? Makes sense. And following with this idea of having some combo parameters that do more than one thing, depending on the situation, we have also another sliding switch for the tuning, where you can decide if the range of this tuning parameter. I myself, as a musician, I prefer as it's a very dangerous parameter. It's not the one. Tuning is not the parameter you want to play in live. It's something you set before you go to the gig, and you hope for the best to have it exactly on place. No, so I like this parameter to be as small as possible. So we created a position where you can only move one semitone in the whole range. Okay, so you can go one semitone up or down, just one semitone in the whole range. It's designed more for adjusting like beating between two oscillators, for fine tuning. It's like the classic fine in a compact synth. Then we have another position where you can adjust in 1 octave. It's the parameter you use to making some intervals between different oscillators or stuff like that, no? Then we have another position where you have all the range on this pod. So you can move from more or less 20 kilohertz of C0 to the 20K of the top of in theory we can hear, no? But to save switches, and with the philosophy of everything should do something in any time, so it's not, for me it's not fair to have a switch that it only works under some circumstances, no? So we decided to put the LFO switch in the same switch. Why? Because probably you will not have to have, probably you don't want to have one semitone range in an LFO. it doesn't make much sense, no? Or probably maybe 1 octave range in one LFO, maybe, but probably in the LFO you want to have all the range. So the fourth position is just LFO with the whole range. And well, it's tricks to save space and to be able to compress all this functionality in this little space. Yeah, and well, so I didn't told you, but it can also be an LFO. No? So yeah, so you put it in the LFO position, and then it's an LFO. You have also a octave switch with 7 positions. You can go 2 octaves up or 4 octaves down. Why is this? Because some MIDI to CV converters are only positive going, and some are bipolar. So it's better to have more range in the low range, just in case your MIDI to CV device can only go positive. So you can begin in the octave you want. If you make this switch exactly the same up or down, you can find yourself in the situation where you have only positive MIDI to CV converters, and you can only go up, and you can do a bass, for instance, no? So just to cover all the scenarios possible, we did like 4 octaves down and 1 octave up. And as you probably know, an octave is double the frequency, no? It's like I don't know, you have C0, is some frequency, you have C1, it's double the frequency, and this is also useful on the LFO, because, well, the octave switch in the LFO situation is double the rhythm, no? It's like double BPM, because at the end, tuning and rhythm are two parts of the same reality, no? We humans like to put names on everything, but at the end, it's a speed, no? The human like to call the speeds that are lower than our hearing rhythm, and we like to call the speeds that are in our hearing range tune, no? But this is not a reality. The reality is this is the same physical phenomena, no? So the realities that happen in the tonal world, let's say, in the human range world, are exactly the same phenomena that happen in the rhythm world, because at the end it's the same, but in a lower frequency. So whatever you use in the tonal world is useful for us in the rhythm world. So whatever is useful in the VCO is useful probably in the LFO, because one is tone and the other is rhythm. So in this scenario, the wave folder is also very useful as well. It's a very useful practice, no, in Eurorack to use wave folders on LFOs, because I don't know if you can see it here very clear, because probably the image is too small, but imagine I put the sine wave, no, and imagine this LFO having some bumps, no, and notch on the middle, no, so you can have some more funky, let's say, LFOs just by playing with folders. It's only for HP. Okay, so yeah, let's plug it. Yeah, because I can keep talking about it for 3 hours, but. Okay, yeah. I'm very attached to the thing, so I'm very excited. Okay, so let's put some, yeah. So here we have sine wave, okay? The classics, we don't need to go through, but yeah. Sine wave, triangle wave, of course, sawtooth, and square wave, no? The timbre parameter can move any of them, so I will go through any of them. This is the sine wave, okay, all the way down, no harmonics, and then this wave folder, which is very aggressive. It's not a design copy from any other design. It's really fresh. It's something we can. This is the triangle wave. I don't know if you see in the camera, but this is not round at all. It's like very sharp edges, and that's why you have very sharp harmonics. Now the sawtooth. And of course the square wave. Now I will use the Trucero feature, so I will use two. To use one as a modulator, the other as carrier. I will use like a sine wave for modulator and another sine wave as carrier, so you can hear the simplest possible example. And the thing is, as you have available both things, so you can do FM with wave folding on top. All the parameters are voltage controlled. So the timbre is voltage controlled. Of course, the tuning is voltage controlled. Let's put some modulation on it from the rampage. Well, you get the idea. It's just two oscillators, so do not expect the nicest music ever, but it's useful and we believe will be good to have it in your case. I think that's all. Questions? Yeah, the timbre parameter is contextual, so it depends on which wave are you using. Is the PWM or is a wave folder? Because it doesn't make sense to make folding on the square wave, because if you fold a square over a square, you will have a square with less volume. So usually the PWM or the folding parameter is wasting space in the square or other situations, so we decided to put it in the same parameter. So the short answer is yes. When you select on the selector the square wave, the timbre parameter became the PWM, and of course it has CV control. Okay, pues Thanks.
Thank you very much to Diego.